How is everyone today? Let's see, going live here. The Ignite, there we go. I think we've got everything up and running. So give it just a few minutes to allow people to jump on here. I hope everybody's having a fantastic Monday. I hope everybody had a relaxing weekend. I know that I did. Kind of unplugged this weekend, and of course that means on Monday morning sometimes I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, what all do I have to do this week? But it was worth it. It was worth kind of relaxing and just taking a little bit of time and just honoring myself and everything else. So I'm excited to have everyone on here. It's so much fun to be able to come on here every single day and share different tips and techniques. We're going to continue in the series that we've started, Unlocking the Power of Referral Marketing. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite tips and a different way of looking at what I consider one of your biggest assets, that you have when it comes to referral marketing, and that's your credibility. So before we get started though, if you're jumping on here, go ahead and do a shout out, introduce yourself, tell everybody what it is that you do, where you live. Tell me some value that as you're watching this, if there's an aha moment or maybe something from the other videos that you've already started to apply to your business. We want to see that feedback. So not only myself, but the Inspired Strategist, we go back and we watch the comments. There's several that are on. I see David's on. I know Julia's jumped on over on the Inspired Nation side, and she's watching the comments over there. And so we're actively trying to make sure that we're meeting you exactly where you're at so that we can keep moving you forward. And that's exactly what this series is all about. So let's talk about credibility, okay, and the role that it plays when it comes to referral marketing. One of the things that I've learned over the years is that there's a lot of things that professionals will do, or they think that if they do this, then they've done everything that is necessary to create the results that they desire. And we've talked about that here in Inspire. We broke it down, in fact, the other day, when we compared sales mode to referral marketing, and that the results everyone desires, most people come straight down to closed business. And I get that. I say that all the time. I get it. It's how we pay our bills. It's how we keep moving forward. But when it comes to referral marketing, we've tried to get everybody to shift just 1 degree over. We're still going to come back to that closed business, but we believe by shifting over and thinking that your results that everyone desires, if we could get you to think a little bigger, okay? And by thinking bigger, it actually increases our opportunities to actually get the results we desire on the sales side. So the results we desire on the referral marketing side is to build our referral generators from our networking activities. And there's all different type of networking activities. In fact, we're going to cover that on some upcoming series that I'll be sharing. But in order for people to actually, it's not about just collecting people, okay? In fact, I sometimes I think people think that just by going to an event, exchanging business cards, or adding people to their database, that they're doing referral marketing. It takes a little bit more than that. And I think if you've been watching the series, and if you haven't, I encourage you to go back as far as you can catch the series and begin to watch it, because referral marketing is all about strategy. It's about understanding your target market. It's about understanding your word choice. It's about understanding where you put your time and your effort and what I call your investment, which is yourself, your time and your energy and attitude and everything else. Where are you putting that to drive the results that you want? And when it comes to referral marketing, this isn't a solo sport, right? This is something that you're engaging in with others. Word of mouth marketing really at its best is really defined about the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So I always say, that adage, or at least this is what I was taught when I was growing up. My mom would say, who your friends are is who you are. Well, that's the same when it comes to your business profession also. The people that you surround yourself with is really who you get known for, or it's the people that you get comfortable with, and they're the ones that are going to have an impact on your referral marketing. Okay, so if you're sitting around all by yourself, then you're going to see, obviously, it's really hard to drive referrals to yourself unless you're getting them from your clients. Okay, but we're going to talk about external and internal referral marketing today when we're talking about credibility. So one of the things I'll say is that it's great for those who feel all alone, right? Because no one wants to really feel like a solopreneur, like you're the only one out there conquering all of these things, all your windmills that you have to fight. And so you want to, you know, for me, collaboration is one of my languages. It is one of the things that I like to do. I like to work with people on a project, on something, and move forward. And I love the fact that the more eclectic of the people that I'm with, that the more the different varieties of gifts that they bring to the table, the energy level that they bring, you know, because some days you're having a bad day, someone's going to come in and be able to lift you up. Sometimes you're going to hit a roadblock for someone else that's not going to be a roadblock, and they can help you past it. So by surrounding yourself with others, I believe that, I've talked about it before in here, the power of your tribe, the power of the people that are surrounding you with, and how invested are they into your success story. Well, one of the things that can actually be a measure of that I'm going to throw back to you is how credible are you? How credible are you to your referral generators? And what are the things that you're doing in order to make sure that you are establishing and maintaining and increasing your credibility with those that you're ultimately asking to be a part of your success story? You're ultimately asking them to put you in front of their best client, and in front of their family members, their friends, and you know, that's a powerful thing that you're asking someone to do, or it should be. And I believe that you need to be careful when you're passing referrals. If not, then you're opening yourself up for apologizing for generating referrals sometimes a little too soon. So what we're going to talk about is within that framework. Once you've started establishing referral generators and you're going through that wanting, willing, and able stage, wanting, willing, and able, how do you actually, you know, you've set up. So we've talked about, go back and watch this if you haven't caught it. So we've talked about, you know, knowing before you go who it is that's your target market, who it is that's your targeted prospective referral generators. We've gone through the process of bringing them to the table, and we've begun working through strategy sessions in order to take them through the wanting, willing, and able phases to begin ultimately to be a win-win. Okay, I believe in a win-win referral generation relationship. But there's a piece to that, and it's really a hidden element, but I don't think it should be. I think it should be on the table. It's something that you need to have this visual picture in your mind when you're out there and you are working referral, you know, working with your referral generators. So I'm going to kind of explain to you, I call it the credibility bank, okay? And this is something that it just makes sense to me in the way that it works, and it works differently with every referral generator that you have, or at least the way the credibility bank will look different with every referral generator that you have. But let's start with this first. So if we just go back to simple referral marketing, okay? Simple referral marketing. Here is our target market, right? So this is the person who, right, they're going to happily spend money with us, right? This is our ideal client. This is the person that we would love to get to, okay? So let's just think about it. This is our target market. And since we're talking about referrals rather than leads or cold calling, we know, so here we are, okay? And we have the product and the service that can solve this person's, so this person has the challenge and we have the solution, okay? So this person has the challenge and we can offer the solution. All right, so that's what they're paying for, right? Very rarely does someone say, oh, here, let me just give you money. I don't have a problem. It doesn't matter if you have the solution. I'm just going to give you money, right? So someone has to have a problem. That's what makes them our target market. And we can offer the product or the service that is the solution to their problem. Then, you know, a transaction can take place. So this is us. We want to get over here to this target market. But because we're doing referral marketing, you know, we're not trying to go directly to them. We're not trying to do, you know, cold calling. Okay, this isn't about doing lead generation, hopefully trying to get this person on the phone with us or paying for leads. All those things that we've talked about that we're looking to reduce or eradicate from our expense. Let's see if I can push this up just a little bit closer. I've got two cameras going, and I know those that are on one channel. I just want to make sure that you guys can actually see what I'm writing. So there we go. So one of the things that we're talking about here is increasing our chances to get here. That's our results everyone desires, right? So here's what we need. We need some referral generators. We're just going to start with one referral generator. Now, the good thing about this referral generator is this referral generator has seen, heard, whatever, but they have identified, because you have trained them. There's a whole lot of work that's made them a referral generator, okay, for you. You have done strategy sessions with them. You network with them on an ongoing basis. You know, but this person has now fully been equipped to refer you. They have been trained. So therefore, they have recognized your target market on your behalf. They may see, hear, okay? You know, there are things that this person, it depends on how your target market trigger words show up. Is it words? Is it actions? And what I mean by that is maybe your target market has back pain. So maybe your referral generator sees someone, you know, say something about their back. Maybe they see someone standing in the pew in the back of, you know, the back of the church. Maybe they see someone buying organic groceries. Maybe they hear someone say this. So in any way, they have identified the need, okay? So they have ID'd your target market for you. You have trained them, remember our keywords, to recommend you, your product or services. And so that's when the time, wanting, willing, and able, at that moment, they've been trained to bring you up to your target market, okay? And then we all know that we talked about that this begins the sales funnel cycle at a much closer level to your closed business than if we're up at the very top just trying to grab anything at the shotgun approach, trying to grab, you know, from leads, trying to grab from, you know, cold calling. We're starting at a different level of when this recommendation takes place. And of course, we're seeing this. What I love about it with referral marketing, to me, used to always kind of be verbal, but social media has been a lot of fun over the last few years, because now we're actually seeing recommendations and introductions literally taking place right there online and watching this take place. So anyhow, whether they're reading it, whatever, this has been identified. Now, all the things that you were doing through the wanting, willing, and able phases, okay, you were actually, trying to get all my colors here, you were actually creating, don't laugh, but you were actually creating a credibility bank. It's Piggy Bank, okay, with you and your referral generators. And the more pluses that you have in here, the better you're going to be at the time of referability, okay? Now, here's the deal. This person over here has already, for whatever reason, is in this conversation. It could be a client, could be a family member, could be a friend. It could just be a stranger, but most people are hesitant about passing referrals without having some kind of established relationship there. But basically, this person on some level has also established a credibility bank with each other. And the stronger this credibility bank is, the more valuable that recommendation is for you. Okay, so the stronger my credibility bank is with my clients, when I tell them I have a recommendation for them, the better it is for this person to actually have the opportunity to sit down and talk to that person about their business. Okay, if I'm at a beginning level with a client or a friend or a family, or it's a casual relationship I have with them, my credibility with them isn't as high. Therefore, me saying this is who I highly recommend or I'd like to introduce you may not be as effective if obviously this was higher. Now, here's the deal. You have not met this person. You are not in that conversation. You may not ever be where this person is. This could be a client meeting. It could be a networking event. It could be something, but you're not there. Okay, so this person has established credibility with them, and what you're doing is you are asking for a loan on this credibility bank. Okay, so when this person, your referral generator, makes that introduction, let's see if we can change colors here. This is what happens. You are borrowing on this credibility bank. If at any time during the wanting, willing, and able phases of establishing this referral generator, at any time that you are creating negative credibility points, first of all, you're probably not ever going to get over to the wanting and willing and able, okay? It's going to stop. But as long as you're establishing positive points, and the higher it is, the more likely you have someone walking around and looking for those opportunities for you. If you're at the beginning stages of building a referral generation label, I understand that you may not have enough interest in this relationship, enough asset in this credibility bank for this person to actually refer you yet. Okay, they still need to get comfortable. Okay, so this is it. So you want to be doing things to increase your credibility at all times with this person. My challenge to you, if you're watching this, is tell me some ways in the comments below that you establish credibility and maintain credibility with your referral generators. What are some things that you can do at the very beginning stages of referral generation? Like, are you showing up on time? What is your attitude? How are you dressed? How are you establishing how you're going to meet, when you're going to meet? You know, what are all these things that you're doing that can create a positive experience and want this person to continue to go through the wanting, willing, and able phases that will take in order for them to get, remember this is word of mouth, for them to get to open up their mouth and recommend you, use their words, whether they're typed words or verbal words, to actually recommend you at the moment of referability. So here's the thing. If at any point, if I'm borrowing on this credibility and I do something that could decrease this relationship. So what happens is I am establishing with this person, trying to do this where all my pins are up here. At the point of referability, I now am establishing my own credibility bank with this prospect. And if all things go well, then I will begin to put pluses. Like, did I call them on time? Did I show up on time? Did I seem knowledgeable within my product or my services? You know, all of these things could be pluses. And that's great, because the effect is the more positives I have here, it increases the positives that are in this group, because this person's now happy with this person. And this person is even driving more plus here because you made your referral generator look good. So by creating a positive credibility with this referral, you are actually increasing credibility in 3 different banks. The one that you're establishing, the one you've already established, and the one that was established over here between the referral generator and the prospect. Now, obviously, not everything goes as planned. So let's say you feel you have reached a positive referral bank with this person, but your negative attitude, your lack of action, lack of follow through, things that can sneak up on you, or at least I'm hoping they're sneaking up on you, could actually be creating a neutral zone or a negative zone. And you may be unaware of it. I always say there's some people who their own personality actually sabotages their success. And at the moment, it doesn't matter how high this credibility is over here, at the moment of referability, if this is neutral or negative, they will never bring you up. Or I will say, if they do, there's a big but behind it. I'm going to tell you about this person, but let me kind of warn you ahead of time what might. Like, those are like the kiss of death words, right? So you want to always maintain a positive relationship with your referral generators. So at any time, let's talk about this going wrong. Okay, so you could be a positive, 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 and yet this go wrong. And I don't mean that every single one of your clients is always 100% going to be a positive experience. We know that sometimes life happens, but I do say that even when things go wrong, how fast you make them right can still establish positive credibility with you as a person, as you as a profession, with you, with your product and service, you know. So, you know, within things sometimes that you know, we're human, error can happen, you know, but how fast do you make it right is really a part of your credibility. Well, let's just say things go wrong, okay? Let's say you're this person, you have high credibility, you thought this was at a positive, right? Enough for you to make a recommendation, to only find out that when this referral took place, it was just bad, okay? It was a bad referral. And I will say that most of the time when I've seen this is when I really haven't established enough credibility here with the person. I didn't know really enough about them. So I opened myself up, and therefore this went bad. Since it was a referral, it had an effect on it, and now we're at a negative. So how you interact with this prospect does affect more than just you and the prospect. It affects your credibility bank. Now, I had the opportunity to listen to Keith Ferrazzo years ago, and he talks about, you know, the ability to, you know, once trust is broken, can it be built back? And, you know, and he shares that, yes, it can, but it doesn't always go back exactly the same. So I always think about, you know, with the piggy bank again, the last thing you want is a piggy bank that's not fat and happy, right? We don't want some skinny piggy bank there, but, you know, always think of the shattered picture of a piggy bank that's been kind of just shattered and it's sitting there and it's no good. But there is the picture, which is the one where it's been put back together, but it's got Band-Aids on it, it's got super glue on it, and it can be put back together. It will never be exactly the same way it was, and it takes work to build it back. And so, but just always honor those relationships that you have with your referral generators. These are people who ultimately can make a difference in your bottom line. And, you know, I always tell people they make a difference in your paycheck coming home. They make a difference in your business being around 5 years from now. So be careful who you're surrounding yourself with the referral generators that you're hanging around with, the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Make sure they have that positive forward attitude. They're professional, they're ethical, they're, you know, they're the people that you want to make recommendations and introductions for. And then, of course, if you're the one receiving those, then you want to honor that. And that's why I always say, you know, it is a privilege, it's an honor to be a part of someone's referral generation, you know, that partnership. And let them know how much you appreciate, like when a referral goes great, like let that person know, hey, you made me, I just want you to know my client's happy. I want to thank you for taking care of this client. I love referring you. You made me look great, and I'm happy for you too. but also if you're the person getting the referral, make sure you thank your referral partner. And there's just so many different ways you can do it. It can just be a simple text that's just say, thank you, I appreciate you. Depending on the size of the referral, I always think you should never have to pay for a referral, but there's nothing wrong with understanding who your VIP referral generators are, and or if it was a really nice referral that was generated for you, is there a thank you that you may want to extend back to that person, and get creative with it. Do a shout out on social media. It could be at the end of the year gift. It could be, maybe you just double down really hard and try to figure out how you can send referrals right back to that person. There's so many different ways that you can thank that referral opportunity in the comments below. And the one thing to do in this dual broadcast, it limits me on seeing comments, and so I do always go back and I read the comments. So whether you're leaving them out on the YouTube channel, you're leaving them here on Facebook, I do go back and read all of these. So one of the things that again from today's thing is I want to hear. Share with us sometimes. Now, we're going to ask not for you to call any names, okay? But share with us, we don't want to just always hear the great news. Tell us some war stories here. How did a referral go less than desirable than what you wanted for yourself, or making that referral introduction? What are some ways that you things and actions that you do to make sure that you're dumping and increasing those credibility points into those credibility banks with not only the prospect of the client, but also with your referral generator? Because let's face it, these are the people that are part of your success story. This is your marketing plan. So what are you doing? I think it takes time and thought and strategy. And of course, a simple thank you goes a long way. And or you'd be like me. I've got one of my referral generators, and she just loves M&Ms, and so every now and then just a nice little bag of M&Ms, letting her know I'm thinking about her and how much I appreciate her. You'll be amazed at how happy that makes her, and I can't wait till she watches this, because she's going to know exactly who I'm talking about. But there's just some different ways that you can go out there and just show your appreciation. But the biggest thing is just honor the relationship, honor the relationship. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's installment of Unlocking the Power of Referral Marketing. This one's just, like I said, it's just really more about a mindset. Where do you want to be, and how do you want to honor these relationships? If you do them right, you'll be as lucky as I am. And I have long-term referral relationships that date almost 20 years that are still a part of my success story. And I get referrals from people that sometimes I may see, once every 10 years, but when something falls in their lap and they think of me, then I'm the one that gets the introduction. And that's a pretty powerful place to be. And I always like to try to honor that. So, of course, I'm Amy D. Kilpatrick, and I hope that today I've inspired you to think about referral marketing as your business growth strategy.